Hello, community of Families Unlimited Network, otherwise known as F.U.N. My name is Mike Moffett, and I'm thrilled to be your host for Falling into F.U.N. as we join together to raise money and awareness for families in our community that are in need. Well, starting today, you're going to hear from remarkable members, volunteers, staff, and community that make up Families Unlimited Network. We invite you to join us on our website at familiesunlimitednetwork.org every day until Saturday, September 18th to check out our daily videos and celebrate all that we accomplished this past year. Now, if you don't already know, our goal is to raise $120,000 so we can continue our mission of leading all members of our community to a place of economic independence and nutritional sustainability. We encourage you to invite your family, friends, your inner circle to join us during Falling into F.U.N., this fundraiser, by sharing links to our daily videos or to our website. Now, we need your help to get us to our goal. We simply cannot do this without you. A big thanks to all of the amazing sponsors that have contributed to our Week of F.U.N. We especially want to give a big thank you to the people of University Place Presbyterian Church for all of their support. Today, we begin Falling into F.U.N. with inspiring words from Pamela.
My name is Pamela. I'm the food bank manager at F.U.N. I started as a volunteer at the time that they were looking for a new driver. I was able to become a driver for them for the last year. And after becoming a driver, the old food bank manager was retiring and they had asked me to take over his position. What F.U.N. means to me is a community-based program that helps out many different families and different lifestyles of families too, whether your family is just you and your cat and dog, or if it's you and 10 kids, or just you by yourself. We're there to provide resources and just be there if you need us. I think it's important to support F.U.N. because even with this pandemic going on, there's always people in need. Things happen to people out of the blue where they're just not expecting it, and everybody just needs a little help now and again, and F.U.N.'s there to provide that help. My fondest F.U.N. memory isn't just a single memory, but during the summertime, I have a 7th grader that she comes and helps out, so it gives us some kind of mommy-daughter bonding time that is really nice, just to do something with my daughter that's not just sit on the couch and watch TV. I would encourage people to donate to F.U.N. We've had some families who recently have not been in the position that they are now financially and have actually came to us crying for help. So this allows us to support that help that they need to get back on their feet and become stable again. Why I believe it's very important to volunteer is you make that community connection. You do really get to know people, and it is fun. I would like to say thank you for your support for Families Unlimited Network.
Well, I'm excited to be here with Executive Director of Families Unlimited Network, the man himself, Jim Lineweaver. Jim, so glad that you've made time to share some of what's going on at F.U.N.
Thank you. It's good to be here.
Yeah, totally good to be here. So I'm just going to jump right in. You know, we see the place, you know, on the street or in the parking lot, or we see you online, but we don't always know what's going on behind the scenes. So what do you want people to know? What's the top of your list? What you want people to know about Families Unlimited Network?
That's great. You know, the first thing I always want people to know is what an amazing community that we live in here in University Place in Pierce County. We've always known this, but the past 18 months that we've been through with COVID is we just have amazing people that see what's going on, they pay attention to what's going on in their community, and they just get involved. And we see it, people bringing things by. We've had food drives from neighborhoods and businesses. We got stuff coming out our ears. You know, it's just so neat to see people calling us and saying, hey, what's going on over there? What do you guys need? How can we get involved? And you got to keep in mind, this is during the pandemic when at one point everybody was really afraid of what's going on. There's a lot of fear involved. And it affected the way we did do things here. But on the flip side, people didn't stay locked up. They came out and got involved and risked it.
I want to hear a little bit about how you all adapted during that pandemic, that 18 months, but I also want to hear a little bit about what hasn't changed. Because at the end of the day, pandemic or no pandemic, Families Unlimited was here before that.
Yeah.
So something that hasn't changed is need.
Yep.
But I feel like the shape of the need has changed. You got a lot of resources, and yet here we are letting folks know it's time to chip in because we need resources. What is the need like? What hasn't changed at Families Unlimited?
It's great. We've always had a food bank. We've always had an after-school program. Those things were going on long before the pandemic. There's still a huge need for those things. We think we're moving on past that big unknown, but we still need these things. And something that's happening is because we're not in the heart of the pandemic anymore, there's a tendency for us to think, well, everything's okay, and kind of move on from that. And while we hope that's true, there's still a need for food. We still have a lot of people that are food insecure, and we still have a huge need. In fact, it's growing because of the pandemics for after-school programs. Parents want a place they know is safe for their kids to go, and then, the other thing that we've been dealing with, and it's just right under the surface, is people with behind in their rent. And when the moratorium is lifted, there's just going to be people that are caught up in that. And we've got a couple of months until that happens, and that's just going to have a really profound impact all over.
We have learned to hold the future with an open hand.
Yeah.
Right? The whole world has. And yet we have to think about the future.
Right.
Here we are, we're letting people know the kinds of needs that they can be a part of participating and meeting, right?
Yeah.
So what are some of the things you and the rest of F.U.N. anticipate in the future?
Well, the big thing we anticipate, of course, is the rental and utility assistance. That's going to be huge. The government's doing a lot, but people fall through the cracks, and we want to take care of those people. The other thing is, we run several different food programs. We have our Kid Pack program where people take them home for the weekends, get meals on the weekends. We have our summer lunch program. We have community Christmas, and all of these things kind of require different types of food. And so people take things from the food bank that they can go home, they can cook, they can have store over a long period of time. But other things are like our Kid Pack program. We need things that kids can take home, young kids can prepare themselves, and that are very easy to do. And we pack those, and we put enough in there for hopefully brothers and sisters, siblings, other families. But they've got to be able to do it themselves. So we have a lot of different kinds of, just in the food, going back and forth.
Well, what are you grateful for as you head into the fall, falling into F.U.N.? Where do you see the fingerprints of God in the work that's happening over there?
Well, it's in the midst of all this, you can't help but see God at work. God has kept us open and going, kept the people coming in. If people have been afraid, we've been able to, kind of deal with that and help them out and make sure they know that when they come here, you're okay. One of the other things is we have not had any issues with COVID. Staff, volunteers, the guests that come in, we have not had any problems with that. And that's just been a huge blessing. And finally, the generosity of our community has just been huge. We've got great businesses. The school district has just been a huge partner. We've got teachers, administrators, and counselors that they know their kids, and they're calling us and they're saying, hey, I got a family or kid that needs some special attention. And then the city of University Place, just, they just got after it. We partnered with them over this past year with CARES Act money. We did the distribution for them, so we served over 110 families in the community, keeping them with rent, utility, and childcare. So we're just full of gratitude, and we want people to know that.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
We're grateful for you. We're happy to partner with you. And we know that a lot of people are going to be inspired to continue to partner with you and start partnering with you either by giving, volunteering, or both or more. So thanks a lot for your time.
Excellent. Thanks, Mike. Appreciate it.